Alright, today we're going to change oil in this ute and filter. Got the tools here on the ground. I'm warming up the ute at the moment. First job is to take this stone tray off. So we don't have to worry about taking the front piece off, it's just the rear bit. We've got to loosen all these. So while the ute's sit there idling, warming up to get the right stuff. And we've got two at the rear to remove. Bloody impactor's not going to get under. Alright. Now make sure you put your bolts in your toolbox. That's all we need to do. We'll just sit that at the back, throw that up there. Here's our sump bolt, and our oil filter is jammed up there. This is the bullshit spot with oil filters in. It's a pretty good spot to get to even undo it. What I'll do is I'll just fill the sump. Just making sure it's warmed up. I'll get a socket for that. Alright. We don't want any oil to come out of it like that. I better slow down a little bit. I've got the oil dish and I've got to turn the motor off. Just making sure it's warmed up, because we want to make sure we get enough heat in it first. I've got the oil dish here. You can't see the oil dish, it's behind me, but I've got the oil dish. I've got two of them here. I'll use that oil dish there. Alright, now I'm pretty happy with it. I've got it warmed up properly. The temperature gauge has definitely moved. So our next task is to carefully, we want to undo the sump plug. Now that's not even in the right spot. That's in the right spot, probably about here. We don't want that oil and shit going all over the grass everywhere, because it'll kill off your grass and we don't want to make that mess either. Alright, I've got it all in the dish just about. Now it's going to drain out pretty fast because it's being warmed up, you see, that's why it's so runny. So what we need to do is make sure we wipe ourselves over. And you want to make sure you wash that dirty oil shit off your hands too, because it's like carcinogenic shit. So if you're doing a lot of oil changes all the time, you should be wearing gloves. There's no way it should have any more oil than that in it. So, get a bit concerned then for a minute. That's pretty much all our oil come out of it. Just leave that to drain. I'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll put the bung back in it, and I'll take the oil filter off and I'll take the bung back out of it. We'll just get the majority oil out once we do that. Alright, I've removed the other tray and I've put this back in, and what we need to do is just put the sump plug back in for the time being. Now we've got most of the oil out. So what we need to do is we need to get the oil filter off while it's still warm, the motor. Otherwise it's going to make it even harder to undo that oil filter. So we clean it up, move that over to the side for the time being. We need that dish though, so we can't get rid of that. We need to get this oil filter in here. Now, I've got my strap and my socket, and I've got a ratchet here. And what we need to do is, I need to climb up under here and turn it to get the filter off. See how it's moving the filter? It's very awkward. You got to just do little bits by little bits just to turn it. And once you've got it turned like that, whoops, shit, nearly hit myself in the head with that thing. Now once you've got it loose enough, you should be able to get your hand in here like that. And what we need to do is get that oil dish ready, because we're going to make a hell of a mess. So bring our oil dish back over here. And I've got the oil dish ready, and we're going to spin the filter off. Already got shit coming everywhere. Where's my rag? I need to get my rag. Got oil nearly running down my hand everywhere. Oh shit. Alright. Now I've got oil coming off the side of it. I've got a fucking hell of a mess. It's a prick, this oil filter. I mean, I don't know who designed something so stupid. And what makes it worse is, like, once you got the oil all run down it, makes a real prick just to get it off. I hate doing oil changes on this ute. I'm not going to tell you bullshit. This is just, it's fucking ridiculous, this shit. And the reason why you got to get that oil out of it, because you end up tipping it in your face. You've got no choice but to do it like this. Take our sump plug back out, because we need to make sure we get that last bit of oil out of this sump. We don't want to keep no oil in the motor. This is a new one I got, ready to put on. It's the same oil filter. OF ADSL. OF ADSL. It's the same oil filter I got ready to put on it. I'm going to have to get some shit to lay under here when I put this oil filter back on it, so I don't get that shit in me, in my face or in my hair or on my back. So I'll go and have a clean up. Once I do that, I'll get some rags and I'll lay on the ground here where that oil's dripped out, and we'll put the new filter in. We can put the sump back in and put the oil in it and should be good to go. Alright, now what we need to do is get a new oil filter off. Take the oil filter out. Check the thread. Right. Get a little bit of oil. Just tip it on your hand. I've got some on the top of the drum now. I've just made a mess of it. But all we're going to do is just put it around the new seal. Right around the new seal like that. Of course we want to wipe the top of that drum. Just made that mess. Right, now I've got our new oil filter. This is going to be the fun part. It's hard. I've had to use one end to thread the filter in behind it and then we've got to use this other one to do it up. But not only just do it up, but I need to get grip on it to tighten it. Alright, that should be enough. Alright, that's plenty. That's it. That's our new filter on. It's 3rd, 2023. And when we serviced it, was 170,000 it's got on it. Just make sure you service your logbook. And then, because I've got 170 on here now, 170,000, I'll write on my sticker on the other side over there, 180, and we're done. Alright, once you've got it off, the old sticker, just go and put your new one on the dash. Whoops. Put your new one on the windscreen there. Right in permanent marker too. And there you go, 180,000 is the next service. It's done at just on 170,000 now. 10,000. I've been servicing every 5,000 the last couple of changes just to make sure the motor was flushed out. Yeah. But yeah, put your stick up there for the next service. Still draining at the moment. We're still getting some oil out of it. So we'll just keep leaving that for the next probably, I don't know, 5 minutes. There's no rush. And I'll put the sump back in, plug back in it, and we'll fill her up. And if you want to know what your engine's doing, you can pull it apart like this. I just went and cut this off with an angle grinder, and you can get them analysed. Just general wear and tear. But race car teams and that, people take these out of the car all the time. You cut them open. They've got elements now. They're a bit like this, and they're just a clear filter. It sits on the top, and the oil gets pumped through it. And you can just undo some Allen key bolts, like 6 bolts, and you just take the top off it like this, and you've got a filter you can just take out and look at it. See if the engine's got any metal on it. I better get a band-aid for my hand. Oh, grab a tissue, throw that in oil. All I'm going to do is tighten. That's it. Just like that, we're done. And before I put that stone guard, I'll get some degrees, and I'll just quickly degrease this stuff off, clean it, and we'll start up and check for leaks too. Alright, let's undo it. Top off her. Yeah, I've already made sure my funnel's very clean, because we won't be putting any shit in the motor. Pull it out, the dipstick. Says in our dipstick at the moment, it's full. But we haven't got no oil in the filter. So what we're going to do is what I'll do is I know it's got a fair bit of oil. We'll just check it again. Just pop it out, just to make sure it does. Yep, it's over. It's over the full mark. Whoops, just dropped the oil down there. What we'll do is we'll just pop that in there, and I'll move this stuff out of the way. because we need to start the motor up. So I'll fire it up. We've got to just start it. But what I want to do is not sort of, don't let it start, because we want to let the filter fill up. I'll just turn it on and off. Should be right now. She's got the oil on it. Just that when you go to start it after it's got no oil in the filter, especially a big filter like that, just turn it on and off. That way it'll prime it, will suck oil in the filter. Because you don't want to run it dry. Right, so what we'll do is we'll leave it to run for about 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Give it enough time to work around the system. I'll just give it, like, you know, a good 15-20 seconds. That will give it plenty of time for the motor to pump the oil around. And then we'll leave it to sit. That filter would take half a litre of oil in it too, so you've got to compensate for that. We don't want to overfill the motor either, but I already knew in that drum we had 5 litres of oil roughly from the last oil change, and I know this time it will need a little bit out of the other bottle. Alright, that will be plenty now. Now what we'll do is we'll just turn it off, put it in gear, leave it to sit for 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and check the oil. Right, dipstick now, it's been sitting for a few minutes. What we'll do is we'll give it a wipe completely. And put it back in. Then we'll pull it out. Right. What it says is the oil is just under. I don't know if you can see that on there, but the mark is below, so it's going to need probably about maybe 100 mils of oil. What we'll do is get the phone. Just pull the dipstick out. And we'll put the dipstick back in. See what we get. Rightio. Probably can't see this on camera, but it's right on, spot on the mark. We'll just drop it back in there. Just check it once more. Pull it back out. It's spot on in this. There's a little bit of oil trickling down. Alright, that's it. That's all change done. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share, comment. Have a great day.